I'm jacked right now. I'm jacked up. I am loose. Now I told you guys to expect it Thursday night. Life happens. Pay me. Pay me. If you want a Thursday night consistently, pay me. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. I promise. But what you need to know is that it's okay. And boys, we've got one more sleep until ball. We're gonna wake up to the fucking cornfield teams playing for a pint of Guinness or something. I don't know. I'm pumped up. Pumped up that it's finally here. Best time of the year, and I kind of gave you a little bit of the groundwork last week. And so this week we're gonna get right into it. So I first of all just want to start off by saying we're gonna go through the matchups today, just like we are every week. Of course, this week we've only got 5. Oh, Brad, you only got 5. You're gonna get picks out for all? No, I'm not. Frankly, because all these teams suck. Okay? But I'll remind you is that this is not a betting podcast, nor is it a recommendation for betting. I'm not betting these games, neither should you. I don't want to hear, Brad, you really liked Hawaii this week, so I took my kid's tuition and poured it towards the spread. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. But we're going to get into them, and we know that's why you're here, but we got to start with this. And if you know me, you're probably expecting it. If you listened last week, I dropped the pod Thursday night, talked about what I expected to happen in Michigan the following day. And what do you know? Well, the rulings came out from the NCAA about the Stallions cheating scandal. And the hammer wasn't dropped. They didn't get their program shut down, didn't get vacated wins, didn't get the title vacated, none of that. That's what I hoped for. I hope that they would have to shut down everything. North Korea changes their nuclear plant from DC to Ann Arbor. That's what I wanted. But let me be clear, I never expected it. I never expected it. For anybody who expected that to happen to Michigan, you're out of your mind. What did they get? Fines. A show cause for Harbaugh. Who cares? Who cares? None of it matters. It's all for show. It's all for show. They fined them $20 million. They just handed $10 million to a quarterback that's never played a college game before. You think $20 million is keeping them up at night? They have that under their mattress. Fuck rainy day money. That's just any day money for them. We're talking about one of the most prestigious public institutions that has some of the most money, that has one of the largest brands. Anybody who thought that the hammer was going to get brought down on one of the NCAA's darlings is crazy. And I think there's only a couple teams that could probably have gotten away with it the way they did. And honestly, I think it just might be Texas. I think if it's Michigan State or OSU, forget it. Shut down the program. Literally. But because it's Michigan and because it's the brand, Fox Sports, all these media entities have too much wrapped up. They can't afford for a season to go by without Michigan. Paul Feinbaum is actually dropping good takes, thank God. I forgot he knew what he was doing. But if you thought that the media was going to go out there and rip them, you're out of your mind. I mean, look at all the media plants that Michigan has. Wake up, turn on College Game Day. Desmond Howard's boner ass is up there spewing nonsense. He's fucking awful. I could do his job. Oh, let's turn on over to Big Noon Kickoff that just follows around Michigan and sucks them from the back every weekend. We got Charles Woodson waving a flag. Dave Portnoy from Barstool, Michigan guy. He's joining there. Rich Eisen. Adam Schefter took a time away from posting about the NFL to do a fucking piece about Michigan and about how good their cum tastes. Bro, I don't care. Tell me who's eligible this week, Adam. I don't care. That it's just ridiculous. It's what we expected. Oh, a show cause for Harbaugh. I mean, whatever. I mean, a 10-year show cause, and people are like, well, he can't coach. He wasn't going to come back. Giving Harbaugh a show cause is like leaving a restaurant that you hated. The food sucked. The waitress wasn't attractive. Your girlfriend was upset because you were hoping she was attractive. And then you leave never expecting to come back. And then the owner runs out and is like, you know what, guys? We don't want your business anymore. Fine. Twist my dick with a good time. I'm never coming back to this shithole. That's what he did. He left. He's never coming back. Sharon Moore, they gave themselves a 2-game suspension this year, and then NCAA said, let's give him 1 next year. Name me a time that charges or infractions or whatever was brought up on a coach and suspensions were a part of it, and it wasn't the immediately following games. Never happens. Michigan's Sharon Moore sitting out weeks 3 and 4. What, so he can coach Oklahoma week 2? And he can witness the ass kicking? Oh, well, he went to Oklahoma. People, who the fuck is Sharon Moore in Oklahoma? Who is he? You know, people say that, like, you know, Saquon Barkley is like the safest guy in Philly. Sharon Moore is the least safe guy in Norman week 2. Fuck him. But whatever. It's fine. Both sides are right. You know. The same thing as the Astros thing. Astros fans can say they won it. Everybody else isn't going to dignify it. Same here. Michigan fans are going to act like they've won a trophy. They have the memories. Yada, yada. Now, I can stand up here and say that Michigan hasn't run an outright championship since D-Day, and that's what I care about. That's what I care about. You haven't done it. You split one in 97 with Nebraska. Ask anybody who knows, the Huskers would have waxed your ass that year. You haven't won shit in getting close to a century without cheating. Congratulations. But I mean, I could talk about that all day. But you know what you're here for. And we know the one you're excited about. The only one with 2 teams that you really could tell me anything about. And we're going to save that one for last. And one thing I love about life is that you can try to learn something new every day. And one thing I found out is that Idaho State is a real school. So that's fun. Don't ask me anything else about them. I don't know. But they're traveling to Vegas to take on Dan Mullen and UNLV. And this team has serious playoff aspirations. I said in the preview it's Boise State and JMU. Well, guess who Boise State's going to have to beat? It's going to have to be UNLV. And so they've got serious aspirations. I think they're legitimate. They can't afford to play it close. I see this as a better team looking to make a statement week 1. I get nervous about a team being favored by 26.5, but I don't care. They've got that turnover slot machine. I mean, it could be 100, and I'd still take the Rebels. So UNLV, we're locking that in. And then, I mean, who the fuck is Sam Houston in Western Kentucky? Isn't Western Kentucky, they've got that red grimace looking motherfucker out there? What's his name? It's like that moss that grows on the tree. Terrifying stuff. Nightmare fuel for kids. What's really terrifying, though, is their passing game per usual. Usually Western Kentucky, year in, year out, for some reason, seems to have a really good passing game. And the over-under's at 61, the spread's at 10. I couldn't tell you anything about Sam Houston other than he was like the first governor of Texas. And I'm just going to sit this one out. Brad, there's only 5 games. You're not going to... No, I'm not. Name me a player on Sam Houston. Name one. Go ahead. Next game. This one could be fun. We got Kansas and Fresno State. Now, I think Kansas was very underrated last year. I think they'll compete this year. Problem is, the receiving core, their weapons, portal destroyed them. I think that Fresno State is frisky and could cause some trouble. How much trouble? I don't know. Kansas is opening up their new stadium, and it looks insane. Now, if they're wearing their all-black uniforms, the all-black uniforms that they got the helmet with the giant beak, if they've got on the big black cock uniforms tomorrow, I think Kansas takes this handedly. Problem is, spread's at 13.5, and that's how I see this game going. But there's a but. It's got me intrigued is that you'd expect this game to be a little bit higher scoring. And I'm seeing the spread at 50. And that seems a little low for me. And so if they're going to go low, we might just have to go lower. And I think we're going to take the under 50, the team here. So that's where we're going with that one. Feeling confident. And then we got the main course. We got the main course. And it's the last game of the night. So I guess it's the dessert, maybe. Maybe the espresso martini you didn't want that your girlfriend made you try. I don't know. We've got Stanford at Hawaii late time. Here, Pacific Coast, it's going to kick off at like 4 or something. Back home, you guys are all looking forward to this. I like both of these teams. I have them as pet teams. I have a bunch of pet teams. I'll always root for these teams if they're not playing the Spartans. These are 2 of those teams. I think that Stanford's going to be improved. Just fired what's his fucking face. And they're heading out to Hawaii, though. They're crossing a little bit of a pond. And unlike in 42, Hawaii knows they're coming. And so nobody walks off the Big Island alive. The spread's 2.5. I think the Rainbow Warriors walk out of this thing 3+ with laser on their neck. Maybe a little hip action for the people in the back. I'm excited. I love Hawaii. Love Hawaii tomorrow. And then, this is the only game we know. The only game we care about. Farmageddon. Kansas State, Iowa State. The poor people of these 2 states, man, the only things that they have to look forward to are the fall harvest and tornado season. Coincidentally, both of these things bring more enjoyment than watching these 2 teams play football. This is the longest continuous rivalry game dating back to 1917. What the actual fuck? Am I reading this right? Well, thanks to conference realignment, that's going to be done. Just like everything else. It's going to end in 2027. What a joke. Ruining. Did I know it was a giant rivalry? No. It sounds good on paper, so we'll take it. But that's still just frustrating. That sucks. Anyways, despite Kansas State dominating it all time, and I don't want to say all time, but definitely since black people were allowed to play, the Cyclones have won 5 out of 7. And they're looking for their 3rd straight for the first time since 87, 89. I think Kansas State returned Avery Johnson, who I'm high on. Like I said last week, I think they'll win this conference. However, I also said that they could lose this game and still win it. Iowa State has covered the last 6 matchups against KSU when they're an underdog. They're getting handed 3 points this week. I think Kansas State wins this. I think it's tight. I think it's 24-23. The under hits, but I like the spread more. Start the fucking siren. Take out Granny's house. Whatever you want to do. I think the Cyclones roll out of there. So that's it. That was quick. That felt quick. Was that quick? That felt quick. I don't know. But here's what we got for this week. UNLV laying 26.5. Kansas versus, who the fuck are they playing? Fresno State, under 50. Hawaii to win by a field goal. And Iowa State to keep it within a field goal. There's your picks this week. Next week, we've got a full slate. And boys, you guys can't tell right now. You wouldn't even be able to tell if the camera's on. But I'm bricked up. Just thinking about next week. And appreciate everybody listening. Make sure you turn on the bell. I'm tired of texting you these. Just turn on the bell so you know when I'm posting these. But we'll see you next week. Thanks for listening. And as always, see ya.